The race was supposed to end under a safety car.
And lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Race control had made up their mind. No more racing laps until
Lapped cars to overtake the safety car.
suddenly, Max Verstappen was right behind Lewis Hamilton. The winner gets crowned world champion. The most controversial lap in F1 history. But how did we get here? This is Formula lore. Coming into the 2021 season, Mercedes were the kings. They had gotten 7 straight constructors titles, Lewis Hamilton chasing a record-breaking 8th championship title. But Red Bull had built a monster, and Verstappen was coming for blood. From the very first race, it was clear it was gonna be a battle. Hamilton started in P2, Verstappen P1. Verstappen led most of the race, but Hamilton jumped him with a pit stop undercut. Verstappen overtook off track and had to give the position back. Hamilton took the win and the early championship lead, but with 21 more races, it was far from over. In tricky wet conditions, Verstappen muscled past Hamilton at the start and dominated. Hamilton slid into the gravel mid-race, but escaped with minimal damage. A red flag helped him recover, climbing back to finish second. Verstappen wins and closes the championship gap. Hamilton and Verstappen battled early, with Verstappen briefly getting ahead after Hamilton's mistake, but Hamilton regrouped, passed Verstappen on lap 11, and then overtook Bottas to take the lead. From there, Hamilton controlled the race and won comfortably. Another win, Hamilton extends his championship lead. Hamilton and Verstappen went wheel to wheel at the start, with Verstappen taking the early lead, but Mercedes pulled off a brilliant 2-stop strategy, giving Hamilton fresher tires to hunt him down. With just a few laps to go, Hamilton passed Verstappen to win, a strategic masterclass. Verstappen led from the front, controlled the pace, and never looked threatened. Hamilton struggled, stuck in traffic, and finished at a frustrating 7th. Verstappen wins and takes the championship lead for the first time. Verstappen was cruising to victory until a sudden tire blowout on the main straight ended his race. Hamilton had a chance to retake the championship lead at the restart, but he locked up in turn 1 and went straight off. 0 points for both. The title fight was level. Verstappen lost the lead to Hamilton on lap 1 after running wide, but Red Bull switched to a bold 2-stop strategy, and with fresher tires, Verstappen hunted Hamilton down and overtook him on the second to last lap, a brilliant comeback. Verstappen wins and extends his championship lead. Verstappen started on pole and delivered a flawless race. He managed the gap to Hamilton perfectly, never coming under any real pressure. Hamilton settled for second, unable to match the Red Bull's pace. Verstappen wins comfortably and momentum swings further his way. Verstappen was untouchable, leading every lap from pole. He even had time for a fastest lap pit stop near the end. Hamilton struggled with car damage and finished in a distant 4th. Verstappen's 3rd win in a row. The title momentum was now firmly with Red Bull. On the opening lap, Hamilton and Verstappen collide, sending Verstappen into the barriers at high speed. Verstappen was out.
Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, has a 10-second time penalty.
But Hamilton received only a 10-second penalty. Despite that, Hamilton hunted down Leclerc to win in front of his home crowd. A huge swing, and the title fight turns personal. Chaos at the start. Bottas triggered a huge crash in turn 1, taking out both the Red Bull's hopes. Verstappen's car was heavily damaged, but he limped to finish 9th place. Hamilton recovered from strategy missteps to finish 2nd, a nightmare for Red Bull. Hamilton retakes the championship lead. Relentless rain made racing impossible at Spa. After just 2 laps behind the safety car, the race was called off, and the F1 rules state if less than 75% of the race is completed, only half points are given. Verstappen won from pole and Hamilton was 3rd. Verstappen started from pole in front of his home crowd. Hamilton pushed hard, but Verstappen controlled the race with flawless pace and tire management. He crossed the finish line to a roaring crowd. Verstappen wins and retakes the championship lead on home soil. A slow pit stop from Verstappen, then a slow stop from Hamilton set up disaster. As Hamilton exited the pits, Verstappen tried to squeeze through. They collided, and Verstappen's car ended up on top of Hamilton's. Both were out. Verstappen started from the back after an engine penalty. He carved through the field and was set for P7, but late rain shuffled everything. Hamilton won, but Verstappen's smart tire call elevated him to surprise 2nd place. Verstappen keeps the title fight alive. In wet conditions, Verstappen couldn't match Mercedes' pace, but drove a clean, controlled race. Hamilton was hampered by a late pit stop strategy and finished only 5th. Verstappen finished 2nd behind Bottas and retook the championship lead, a quiet but crucial result for Verstappen. Verstappen snatched the lead from Hamilton with an aggressive start, but the race turned into a tense strategic battle. Hamilton closed in on fresher tires, chasing Verstappen down in the final laps. But Verstappen held on, and the momentum was back at Red Bull. At turn 1, Verstappen outbraked both the Mercedes cars from P3 to snatch the lead. From there, he controlled the race with ease. While Hamilton defended against Perez, Verstappen took a dominant win, another big swing in the championship points. After a disqualification and a grid penalty, Hamilton started 10th on the race day. He carved through the field, even overtaking Verstappen. After a fierce wheel-to-wheel fight, an iconic comeback drive, Hamilton wins. The title fight is reignited with 3 races to go. Verstappen took a 5th-place grid penalty for ignoring the yellow flags, and therefore starting in P7. He quickly recovered to 2nd place within 5 laps, but he couldn't catch Hamilton. Hamilton dominated, and Verstappen settled for P2 and snatched the fastest lap. The title fight tightened, but Verstappen stayed ahead in the points. Multiple red flags, restarts and collisions turned Jeddah into a pure mayhem. Verstappen and Hamilton collided again after a controversial brake test incident. Despite the drama, Hamilton powered through to win. Both leave on tied points. After 21 races, crashes, controversies, comebacks, they were dead even. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton tied on points. If Lewis Hamilton won this race, he would claim a record-breaking 8th World Championship title. If Max Verstappen won, it would be his first. It all came down to one final race. Winner takes all in Abu Dhabi. The entire world was watching. Hamilton nailed the start, launching ahead into turn 1 and taking the lead. Verstappen tried a desperate dive on lap 1, but Hamilton held firm and kept the position. From there, Hamilton was untouchable. Lap after lap, he extended the gap. With just a handful of laps remaining, he thought the win was guaranteed. But then,
Nicholas Latifi has crashed, and I think that is at turn 14.
the safety car was deployed. Red Bull pitted Verstappen for fresh soft tires. Mercedes stayed out, unsure if there would be time for a restart.
And lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake.
5 lap cars stood between them. Race control initially said those cars would not be allowed to unlap.
Lapped cars to overtake the safety car.
The decision was reversed. Only those 5 cars were told to unlap. The safety car came in. No explanation. Just 1 lap of racing. Suddenly, Verstappen was right behind Hamilton. 1 lap, 1 chance, but Verstappen is on soft tires. Turn 5, Max Verstappen sends it and overtakes Hamilton. Now all he needs to do is hold on.
Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy from Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to fight back.
No, Mike, that was so not right.
Back straight, he's got a slipstream. He almost touches Verstappen. They almost make contact. Championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world. Lewis Hamilton.
This is Formula Lore. This video took a lot of effort to make, so if you want to help me out, hit the like button please. See you next time.